It's the first time we're trying Duxot out, a brand we've seen around, we've seen them on the forums, but never actually touched one before. So that's why it's super exciting to finally try one on my wrist. And on my wrist today I have a watch I haven't actually worn so much lately, the Moonswatch Mission To Neptune. This was the hardest one to get. I finally got it and put it straight on the wrist body strap. But let's go back to the watch we're reviewing today. The watch comes in this robust looking kind of pelican case, which I think is great. It's gonna fit the watch amazing, as you will see very soon. I think these cases are cool because these clicks just has a great feel to it. And when we open up the box, you will see the watch Duxot Atlantica Deep Dive Automatic Limited Edition in the color of what they call cobalt blue. But the blue is actually a gradient, but we'll get that back into that later. So let's take a first close look at the watch, but before we do that we need to get rid of the plastic that we still have. I think it's really satisfying to remove the plastic of the sapphire crystal. I actually saved the little piece of plastic on the clasp also, just to give you a feel of how it looks. And then of course we have to get rid of this hang tag that almost every watch band have hanging around. They're quite annoying, but it's nice because it usually shares the full reference and serial number on it. So it could come quite handy later. So we're gonna start by going through what's in the box. We got this additional rubber strap. This is great. I love that this is included in the deal when you buy the watch. It gives extra value, so you don't have to pay extra to get another strap. Especially the originals could be quite expensive sometimes. Spring bar tool, which we need later on. And we got this warranty card. There's a Duxot brand, of course, has an international warranty of 2 years. And also this Atlantica Deep Dive certificate number, which shows that it's 1,000 meter water resistant, and also that we have tried number 8 out of 125 watches that is graded in this specification. Also in here we have this instruction manual. First time I actually kind of read this. Usually you never read this, but they are quite nice. They're very describing when pictures of the watch, and you can see how you shorten the link, etc. Also here is where I learned more about the helium escape valve and how it works. So it's quite an interesting manual for a change. But let's go into actually looking at the watch. That's what you're here for, I guess. Here we have it. It has this blue gradient dial, so it's like blue on the top and black on the lower parts of it, as well as a black ceramic bezel. The bezel is unidirectional, which means that it's only possible to turn it one way, and it has a super solid feel to it, and we will show you now how it sounds actually, so you can hear the clicks of the bezel. The bracelet also has a really solid feel to it, as the rest of the watch. And we will show you later how we shorten it and get a little better close at it. But let's lose my Moonswatch and let's try this Duxot on the wrist. I haven't shortened it yet, I will do that in a second, but I just wanted to show you guys the feel to my wrist. And it's surprisingly wearable when you see it on my 16.5 centimeter wrist. The watch has quite big measures, I will go through them in a second, but as you can see, it wears quite nice on my wrist. Even if it also has a ceramic bezel that takes quite a lot of presence on the wrist. But I'm gonna start by resizing it, and the first thing that makes that super smooth is because we have this quick release spring bars. So you can just lose the steel strap quite easy. This is common on leather straps nowadays, but starting also to become more popular and common on this steel strap. Makes it easier. I calculated I needed to remove 3 links. I'm gonna remove 2 from this side that I pointed at here, because that makes the watch better balanced, I would say. I also needed to adjust the micro adjustment, and the micro adjustment is actually hidden inside the clasp here. This is a little bit more tricky to adjust, but gives it a little smoother look, because first when I looked at it I thought it didn't have this because it's hidden, but it does, and it's hidden inside, so you just have to push the spring bars to the side, and then you can just kind of slide it in and make sure it pops into the hole here, so you're safe and good to go. And there you can see it shortens the strap just by a couple of millimeters. This is amazing. I had to adjust it to make it fit my wrist, and having those makes it way much more comfortable to wear. Setting the time is classic. We got, of course, a screw down crown, which is obvious when I have a watch that is 1000-meter water resistant. So the first stage is actually when it's screwed in, and then we screw it out, and here you can actually wind the watch a little bit if you want to, and then you can pull it up 1 and 2 steps. And the second step when you pull it out is where you set the time, as on every watch with the screw down crown. So when you set the date, you want to set the time on 6, so you haven't activated the date function yet, and then you screw it downwards, and here you can adjust it. So I'm going to adjust it to the date that it is today when I'm making the video, which is the 18th, and then we're gonna turn the watch back to 10 past 10, because that's how I like to look at it. And then it's just easy, and make sure the screw down crown is put in all the way, because it has quite a lot of weight to screw it in here, so make sure that is all the way in for full water resistance. So the measures of the watch. The diameter is 44, which is fine. Lug to lug is 52. But what's hefty about this watch is its 17 millimeters thickness. But this is what you need to have if you're gonna have a watch that is water resistant to up to 1000 meters. That is cool, but it's a big watch. But as you saw before, it was wearable even for me. We got 22 millimeters between the lugs, and between those lugs you can actually also put this strap that we're gonna try now, that we got with the watch. It is this FKM rubber strap, so it has a very solid and robust feel, not like a very soft as some of these silicone straps are. And it's also curved, so it fits the watch perfect. But it's quite hard to put it on actually. So you need to be really steady on your hand and push those spring bars right in there, because it's quite easy to miss, and make sure that you really try it. And see, this is what can happen if you don't make sure that the spring bar is properly clicked in. This was actually an accident. I've done this many times, but it's very easy to make it not click in there. But now I corrected my wrong, and here we have the watch on a rubber strap. For me it's clear. I like it on the rubber strap much more. It becomes more divey for me, I think. I think these really crazy divers should be worn on rubber straps. And with that said, we want to thank you guys for watching. Let us know what you think about the video, and make sure to subscribe. And have you seen Duxot before? And have you actually maybe tried any of their watches? Let us know in the comments below.